The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
There's a ball hit deep to left field. Back to the wall. Walk-off home run. Hit to right field and down. Cedartown has tied the game. 0-1 pitch. Little chopper right side. That's going to be down. Cedartown wins.
The 3-1 pitch.
Ball hit to straightaway center field and deep. Back it goes. It is a home run.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
And we welcome you into our coverage of Cedartown High School baseball on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Along with Logan Maddox, I'm Andrew Carter. It's been a while since we played a game, Logan, and glad to be back into the Battle for Bartow Classic.
Yes, Cedartown taking on the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes here in this first-round matchup. And you can say first round, typically, if you remember last year, Andrew, it's been a tournament-style feel for this. If you win, you move on to the winner's bracket. Lose, you move to the loser's bracket. Not the same this year. Lots of teams added to this battle for Bartow. Some of the classic teams, the Bartow County schools like Cartersville and Cass and Woodland, 3 teams that Cedartown will play this weekend. But some really big-name squads are playing in this tournament this weekend, Andrew. You've got Johns Creek playing right beside us on the field. You've got Valdosta playing later on today. There's some big-time teams going to be playing in this one. Should be a lot of fun matchups, but one we're really looking forward to is the one that's about to be played between the Purple Hurricanes and the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is kind of a rematch of 2 great region opponents who, over the past almost 4 years, the Bulldogs have played some great games with. Of course, our most memorable game, I think, would be most recently last year, right before COVID-19 hit. Bulldogs and Canes played in the final of this tournament, and Cartersville won on a walk-off 1-0.
Yeah, and it was a walk-off, bases-loaded walk as well. So not the way Cedartown was hoping to lose that game. And maybe the Bulldogs can come out and get some revenge, but it's going to take a lot to beat this Cartersville team. This is probably one of the best Cartersville teams they've had in recent memory, and that's saying something. This is a very talented program. They always reload. They never rebuild. You look at the tail of the tape for Cartersville this year, 16-7 overall. They moved up to 5A this year. They're in Region 7, that tout region with Calhoun and Blessed Trinity and Woodland and Cass and Hiram, and they're 9-3 in region play right now. So you know what you're going up against. You're taking on a very, very talented team and a squad with some veteran talent, a squad with some young talent. You're going to get everything against Cartersville.
Well, you're not kidding about the toughness of their schedule, because they are. Like you said, they have to play the likes of Blessed Trinity and Carter and Calhoun during the season, and of course, the Bulldogs have had have faced them a few times this year. So we'll see how that works out here as we're about ready to get this one going. Game time is scheduled for 4 o'clock. We've both coaches for Cedartown, Cedartown's head coach Gavin Johnson, Cartersville's head coach Kyle Tucker, out in the middle of the home plate paint out, I guess you would say. Exchanging lineups and talking to the home plate umpire and the field umpire here. Of course, Logan, you may remember, and those who may have been here before know that this is an artificial turf field. Not a bit of dirt on that field except for some dirt tracked in by whoever came in on the field. The mound is artificial turf. The sliding lanes, the base lanes, it's just dirt painted turf, but. It's good to play, especially, and it's a tough place to play, and if you're not used to it.
Well, it's a great facility. We're glad to be back here. Of course, this is your second time here this year, Andrew. My first time here in 2021, and just glad to be back out here in Emerson at Lake Point. Great facility. As Cartersville takes the field, their defense runs out. We'll run through the starters for Cedartown. The lineup looks like this. The sophomore shortstop, Dylan Cupp, will lead things off. He'll be followed by Reese Tanner in center field and the third baseman, Cade Dingler. The cleanup batter for the Dogs is the pitcher, Corbin Kazort. He'll be followed by Denver Nail, the second baseman, batting fifth, and Zane Barrow, the first baseman, bats sixth. Eli Barrow, the catcher, is batting seventh for Cedartown in this one. He'll be followed followed by the freshman Cole Dingler, who will be the designated hitter for Britt Baxter out in right field, and then Tony Ware getting the start in left field today, batting ninth for the injured MJ Holiday.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Johnson before we started our broadcast, and he was telling me that MJ Holiday is actually having some therapy on his shoulder today. We believe dislocated his shoulder, may have even torn something in his shoulder too. So we're not sure how long he'll be gone, but that's certainly a presence in the lineup that's going to be missed, not only in the lineup, but also later on down the road for maybe relief pitching appearance.
And, we mentioned MJ being out, Harlem Diamond also not starting in this one, a player who got injured, we believe, in that Pickens game. Had a diving catch out in left field that really saved the game against the Dragons. A big series victory over the last weekend for the Dogs, but came at a cost as you lose two of your star outfielders.
We'll see how everything goes. The starting pitcher for the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes throwing his warm-up tosses, and we're just about ready to get this one underway here between the Bulldogs and the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes. And leading all four of the Dogs, of course, as always, will be Dylan Cupp.
Starting pitcher for Cartersville is the sophomore Philip Schultz, a big 6'3" righty. We'll see what he can do to start things out for Cartersville. We'll have more of their defense in a moment. Behind home plate is Kurt Bonner, the junior. Cupp steps in, the Mississippi State commit, one of the top 10 players in his recruiting class, the class of 2023.
And about ready for the first pitch of this one. The wind and the pitch on the way to Dylan Cupp is a breaking ball upstairs and inside. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes.
You missed it just a minute ago. Cupp is leading things off. He'll be followed by Reese Tanner and Cade Dingler here in the top of the first inning.
1 ball, no strikes, the count. The wind, the pitch on the way to Dylan. There's a ball hit to right center field. That's back deep. That's toward the wall. That ball is off the top of the wall. He's going to be standing at second base. He's going to try for third. He's going to make it. Standing up, a stand-up triple, and Logan, he was this close to hitting it out of here. Hit off the top of the wall, right off the yellow line on the outfield fence.
Hit it to a very deep part of the field that time. Cupp connecting on the second pitch he sees and driving it a long way. And the right fielder that time for Cartersville, Andrew, was a little delayed in his response. Not like he was going to catch it anyway, but you got to wonder if maybe he thought that one was going to be going off the end of the bat.
Honestly, I thought it might as well. So a leadoff triple for Dylan Cupp. He's at third base, and the next batter up for the Bulldogs is Reese Tanner. And the pitch on the way to Reese is high and tight, ball one.
Philip Schultz, the sophomore pitcher for Cartersville, on the mound, and Reese Tanner playing center field for Cedartown in this one, with Dylan Cupp at third base. Nobody out, top of the first.
The wind, the 1-0 pitch, foul back to the net.
Defense, the infield for Cartersville looks like this. Parker McPherson playing first base. Blake Sutton is second. At shortstop is Davis Williams. And at third base is Ben Williams. The outfield here in a moment.
A little bit of a win, but not much of a factor, though. 1-0 pitch is outside, ball two. And it's 2-0 the count.
In left field for Cartersville is Colt McKibben. In center field for the Canes is Elliott Easton. And in right field is Jake Brasfield.
2 balls, no strikes. Or 2-1, beg your pardon. The pitch. Chopper hit toward first base. The throw comes to the plate. He is out at the... No, he's safe. Missed the tag, so he's going to be in there sliding in safely, and the Bulldogs lead 1-0. Bang-bang play at the plate.
Good throw that time by the first baseman. Came home, but Dylan Cupp slides in and avoids the tag. The catcher that time, Kurt Bonner, couldn't apply it, and the Dogs strike first here in the top of the first inning, 1-0, and a speedy runner at first base with nobody out. Reese Tanner.
Still nobody out here in the top of the first. The stretch and the pitch. Strike called over the outside corner.
Good pitch that time by Schultz, a big sophomore who's only got a 1.12 ERA, and we thank Carl Sager for that. Heard the guys of WBHF mentioning that a minute ago.
The 0-1 pitch, runner goes. It is a strike. The throw goes down to second. Short hops him. He's safe. The count goes to 0-2. And Reese Tanner is aboard over at second base.
Scoring position, Nobody out, but now Cade Dingler has to connect with one or battle back with an 0-2 count.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. He's down on strikes for out number 1.
Again, Schultz that time attacking that outside edge. It was outside of the zone, but close enough to entice Dingler to offer at it. Swings and misses for strike number 3, and now here comes the pitcher for Cedartown, Corbin Kazort. Corbin, a senior who could really help himself out some defensively if he could drive in another run right here.
Kazort in there, and now we've got the sign. Pitcher checks the runner at second. The pitch on the way to Corbin. Able to check his swing, but it's a called strike anyway, 0-1.
Denver Nail stands on deck.
Yes, he does. Caught the outside corner to Corbin Kazort. Reese Tanner at second base with his lead. The pitch on the way. There's a high chopper hit toward third. Runner's going to have to retreat back to second. Now he's going to go. The throw goes to first. Now to third. It's going to be over the head. And Corbin is out at first base. Moving over to third is Reese Tanner. 2 outs now, and it'll take a 2-out hit if they want to bring home Reese Tanner, and that'll be Denver Nail who will try to get the job done.
Do want to shout out the shortstop Davis Williams that time backing up the third baseman. If he's not there, Reese Tanner scores with ease. Instead, it stays a 1-0 game. 2 out. Runner at third base again for the Bulldogs. 1-0 Cedartown on top of the first inning.
Denver Nail digs in. The pitch to him is low and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
Dylan Cupp led things off the second pitch of the game with a triple to right center field. Came home on a fielder's choice. That's the difference so far.
1-0 is swung on and missed by Denver. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Zane Barrow, the senior first baseman, waiting on deck, hoping he'll have an opportunity to come up here in the first inning. And hoping Denver Nail can add to this lead. 1-0 Cedartown on top.
Stretch of the pitch on the way is high and tight. 2-1 the count now to Denver Nail.
That one a 73-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch from Schultz. Just couldn't find the zone.
The kick and the 2-1 pitch. Line foul the other way. And now Dogs down to their final strike in the inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Cedartown 1, Cartersville nothing here in the top of the first.
Reese Tanner at third base and the sophomore Denver Nail here at the plate.
The 2-2 pitch about to be made, and here it comes. Slice the other way and foul again. Lands on the patio sidewalk out there between fields. The count still 2-2. The stretch and the 2-2 pitch about to be made, and here it comes. There's a high chopper hit to third base. He'll handle it 1-1. Hot throw to first in time for the out, and the inning comes to a close. But the Bulldogs get a run here thanks to the triple hit by Dylan Cupp to start the game. Almost hit it out of here, and then he was able to get home on a ground out by Corbin Kazort. No, by
Reese Tanner.
By
Fielder's
Tanner.
choice.
That's
yes.
right, fielder's choice by Reese Tanner. So we head now to the bottom half of the first. Cedartown 1 and Cartersville coming up. Cedartown High School baseball is here on the Big AA.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome you back to the bottom half of the first inning. Cedartown leads 1-0 over the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes in the Battle for Bartow Classic. And we just learned from one of our followers on YouTube who is he's with Pickens, I believe.
Yes, we saw him on Friday. Yeah. Yes. RJ Casey.
Yeah, RJ tells us that Heritage swept their doubleheader with Northwest Whitfield, so that's good news for Cedartown. The fact that the Bulldogs, if they can win their next two series, then more than likely they'll at least be a second seed, could possibly even be a first seed. So we'll see how that works out. First pitch of the bottom of the first is high and away, ball one, as Corbin Gazort will face the Cartersville lineup.
This is Kurt Bonner, the catcher, to start things out.
Here's the pitch to Bonner. Taking load, ball two.
Bonner, the big junior, he'll be followed by Hank Smith, the designated hitter, and then Parker McPherson here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 Cedartown on top.
Here's the 2-0. That one just missed high. 3-0 the count. When Corbin misses, he doesn't miss by much, and it seems like his strike zone is always so small, and today it's been that way. Corbin winds and delivers a 3-0. Got the call in the outside corner, and Bonner thought he had ball four.
And we saw some struggles from Corbin playing Pickens, on Friday, getting in troubles with walks. He'll try to avoid that today.
3-1 pitch, swung on, a high chopper to third. That's going to be a base hit. I think on a regular turf field that might be handled by the third baseman, but it bounces over the head of the third baseman. That's Cade Dingler over at third, I believe. And that'll be a base hit to start out the bottom of the first for the Canes.
Just unfortunate that time for Corbin Gazort, and Bonner will be relieved for a courtesy runner. Coming in is Drake Carver. Fellow junior brings up Hank Smith now, runner at first base, nobody out for the Canes. Looking at the defense for Cedartown, we talked about it before the game started, but Gazort pitching behind home plate is Eli Barrow, his brother Zane Barrow at first base, Denver Nail at second, Dylan Cupp at shortstop. Cade Dingler is playing third base. In the outfield for Cedartown, left fielder is Tony Ware. Center fielder is Reese Tanner, and then out in right field is Britt Baxter. Smith, the designated hitter, batting for Schultz, the pitcher, steps up.
The courtesy runner gets his lead over at first, as Corbin will pitch from the stretch now. And the pitch will be made here to Smith momentarily. Nods and delivers. Swung on in a half swing, and he missed it. 0-1 the count.
A lot of movement on that pitch from Gazort. Started right down the middle, cut inside quickly. You saw that 72-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch. Smith tries to hold up, not able to.
As any Cedartown fan would know, when you see Corbin Gazort pitch, he's always deliberate with his delivery. The 0-1 is low and away. Count goes to 1-1.
And Andrew, got some other games going on the fields next to us and behind us. You've got Landmark Christian and Ringgold, who are also in the Battle for Bartow this year, playing beside us. I saw Johns Creek playing behind us. We'll have score updates on those games as well.
Throw goes down to first base, and the runner is back safely. He didn't have a huge lead over there, but Corbin just wanted to remind him that, hey, I know you're there. Count is 1-1 now to the number 2 batter, Hank Smith, the DH in the game. Corbin with the pitch. Strike called inside corner, 1-2. Wind is blowing out there pretty good, and that could be a factor maybe a little bit later, but it's not much of a factor right now. The 1-2 pitch on the way is low and away. Evens the count up at 2-2.
I had one to waste that time, but a very talented, disciplined batter like Hank Smith not going to offer it many outside of the zone. You can expect that from the rest of this lineup for Cartersville.
83-mile-per-hour fastball there from Corbin. The stretch, the 2-2 pitch. Down low, ball 3. That fastball below the zone, and now a full count to the DH, Hank Smith. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Corbin gets the sign he wants. And the payoff pitch about to be made. Nods once and delivers. Runner goes. It's a hit and run. The ground ball to second. They get the out at second on to first. Double play. And that was some great work there by Denver Nell to throw from 4 to 6 to 3. Even with the runner going from first base, Logan still got the double play.
Had to be a perfect throw that time from Denver Nell, and he steps up. The second baseman has been solid defensively this year. Gets the throw over to Dylan Cupp just in time, covering second base. And you know Cupp's going to have a laser over to first. 2 out now, and that brings up Parker McPherson, the first baseman.
And again, we talk about it, and it's been that way for many years, but the middle infield for the Cedartown Bulldogs, it's tough to beat. Now with the bases empty, Corbin Gazort can work again from the windup. Slider missed inside, ball 1.
A lot of curve on that one, just couldn't get it high enough in the zone. 70-mile-per-hour pitch from the senior Gazort. 1-0 the count to fellow senior Parker McPherson, the first baseman for the Canes.
1-0 pitch to McPherson is high, ball 2. Of course, we recognize a lot of these names, from the 4 years past that we've been in the region with the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes. A lot of these kids we've either played against, or some of these guys have even played with in the travel ball circuit. 2-0 is a line to left field, base hit. That's the second hit of the inning, and a 2-out base knock for McPherson. He'll be at first base with 2 away.
Turns on that pitch, sends it to left field, drops in. Nothing anybody can do to try to make a play on that one. McPherson will stop at first, and that brings up the second baseman, Blake Sutton, now with 2 away. Sutton, the cleanup batter, looking for a big knock here to keep this inning going, and an extra base hit could give Cartersville the lead here with 2 out. Or not the lead, but rather tie it up for the Canes here in the bottom of the first inning.
1-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Off-speed pitch, called a strike. 72-mile-per-hour breaking ball, 0-1 the count. 2 more games here tomorrow. 1 p.m. start for the first of the doubleheader tomorrow, then 4 p.m. for the third and final game of our games here at Lake Point for this year.
Dogs play the Cass Colonels at 1 p.m., the Woodland Wildcats at 4 p.m.
No balls and a strike the count. Corbin the stretch. The pitch. Fastball hit to right field, and it's going to be down. He dives down, and it's going to go all the way to the wall, and that's going to tie the game. The throw will be gathered up. He's going to be at third base, standing up with a triple. If he doesn't dive for that, maybe he can keep it in front of him and save the run from scoring, but I don't know. That's a tough play for anybody to make. They may send him back to second base. Looks like it's going to be a ground rule double. But regardless of the fact, no, they're going to wipe that run off, Logan, because it was a ground rule double. Since the runner was at first base, he can only go as far as third. So that's a break for the Cedartown Bulldogs.
And that's heartbreaking for Cartersville there because, let's be honest, that's probably should be a tied ball game right now, but Cedartown won't argue it. It's one of those where the Canes aren't going to be happy about it. And if they're going to tie it up here in the first inning, it's going to be up to Jake Brasfield, the right fielder, number 5 batter in the lineup. He comes up now. 2 runners in scoring position, 1-0 Cedartown leads.
The pitch to the lefty is down the middle, but upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Very fortunate. 84-mile-per-hour fastball. That's probably the hardest pitch he's thrown today. Very fortunate to still be on top 1-0. That ball doesn't bounce out of here. You're right, Logan. It's a tie ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bounced up there and a good stop by Eli Barrow. 2-0.
Parker McPherson stands at third base. Blake Sutton at second base. 2 away, but 2 runners aboard for the Canes. Dogs trying to hold on to this 1-0 lead in the first inning.
2 balls, no strikes. Runners at second and third for the Canes. The pitch. Hit a mile in the air in the infield. Who wants it? Zane Barrow is there, and we had a little bit of a collision, but looks like it was Denver Nell who called him off at the last minute and got the catch and left 2 stranded. Cartersville had a lot of base runners in that inning, but no runs to show for it. A ground rule double that went Cedartown's way ends up keeping Cartersville off the scoreboard here in the bottom of the first. We head now to the top of the second inning. Cedartown 1 and Cartersville nothing.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs! Daniels Green Services and Handyman, your best choice for total home renovation or even small projects. 770-862-1240. 770-862-1240. Painting, siding, concrete, windows, pressure washing, flooring, drywall, doors, roofing, electrical, and even lawn care. They're fully insured and will do a great job. Check them out on Facebook, Daniels Green Services and Handyman, your best choice. 770-862-1240.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Here we go. It is the top of the second inning, and we are ready to go. The first pitch of the second is a swing and a miss by Zane Barrow, and it's 0-1.
Philip Schultz, the sophomore, still on the mound for Cartersville. Cedartown on top, 1-0.
The pitch is low and away. They're going to appeal if they win. He did not go. It's 1-1.
Dylan Cup with a triple in that first inning. Came home to score on a fielder's choice by Reese Tanner to give the Dogs the lead.
1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2 now to the senior Zane Barrow.
Cartersville, a ground rule double away from tying it up and possibly taking the lead later in that first inning. Cedartown fortunate to still be on top.
1-2 is swung on and missed by Zane. He's down on strikes for the first out of the second.
Second strikeout so far by Schultz, and now one away for Eli Barrow, the catcher. Eli, the sophomore, steps in, batting seventh in this order for Cedartown.
A quick strikeout there to start the inning. The pitch on the way. That's upstairs, ball one.
Cole Dingler, the freshman, the DH, batting next. He's on deck, also due up here in the second.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball hit deep to left field. Left fielder battling the sun over there toward the track, and it's going to be over his head. I think he misjudged it. He's going to have himself a stand-up double. Eli Barrow will park at second base, and the Dogs have, 2 hits, and they're both extra base hits.
Yeah, a double and a triple so far for Cedartown. That one, Eli Barrow got just about all of it. And I think what it is the hard pitches that Schultz are throwing. A lot of fastballs, and Cedartown making contact with it, driving it deep.
No doubt.
Jack Roper coming in to run for the Bulldogs. He stands over at second base. He'll replace the catcher Eli Barrow. And now Cole Dingler, the freshman, with a chance to get an RBI hit right here in the top of the second.
Cole swung a good bat in that second game of the doubleheader at Pickens when he was forced to come into the game not only when MJ Holiday was injured, but also when Harlem Diamond had to come out. Runner second and nobody out. The stretch and the pitch on the way to Cole Dingler. The freshman takes outside, ball one. The ball pops away. Throw goes down to third base. He is safe.
And it was a great throw that time behind home plate by Kurt Bonner. The catcher got to it quickly. Just a good read by Jack Roper. The young guy showing some wheels and a good slide to get there safely.
Yeah, no doubt. 1 ball, no strikes to count. So Roper stands 90 feet away at third base in a 1-0 count to Cole Dingler. The pitch to him is outside.
84-mile-per-hour fastball on the outside edge that time from Schultz. Tony Ware, the left fielder, waiting on deck, the number 9 batter in the lineup.
2-0 the count. The wind, the pitch. Hit the other way and foul. 2 balls and a strike now the count to Cole Dingler. Spring break for Cedartown this week, of course, all of Polk School District, and many of these guys went down to the beach for half the week, came back early to play this tournament here at Lake Point. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. The wind, the pitch. Strike called over the outside corner. It's 2-2.
Took something off of that one, dropped in perfectly right on the edge. And Dingler now 2 balls, 2 strikes against him, 1 away, and Jack Roper at third base.
Schultz ready. The 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and he's down on strikes for the second out. That's the second strikeout of this inning.
If Cedartown will add to this lead, it's going to be up to the number 9 batter, Tony Ware. Ware getting his first start of the season today after Harlem Diamond apparently injured in that win Friday against Pickens.
Harlem is here. Yet to be decided if we'll see him today. It depends on how much of a hurt he was. The slider's a called strike. It came over the plate. Nothing won the count. A lot of folks, I'm sure, are still at the beach watching us. Hope the weather's nice down in PCB. I know just about everybody was down there this week. The 0-1 pitch is outside. Ball 1. If Tony Ware can reach, then Dylan Cupp would be next. Jack Roper 90 feet away, but there are 2 out. The 1-1 pitch to Tony. Fastball just missed away. 84-mile-per-hour heater, and it's 2-1.
Wasn't far off the zone that time from Schultz, but does give Ware an advantage here in the count. Schultz is wanting to end the inning here because you got Dylan Cupp waiting on deck.
The 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. It's 2-2. Yeah, you're right. You want to face Dylan Cupp with nobody on base if you're the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes.
Ware, another young member of the Cedartown team, a guy that we saw excel on the middle school squad. Excited to see what he can do as a varsity playmaker. Been a courtesy runner a few times this season. A couple of at-bats placed in there as well.
2-2 pitch misses down low, and it's a full count now, 3-2. And that's a good take there by Tony Ware. That pitch had a lot of sinking action, and he could have tried to reach out there and make contact, but he wouldn't have been a good pitch to swing at. 3-2 the count with 2 outs. Runner at third base, Jack Roper. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. 3 strikeouts in the inning. All 3 outs of the inning via the strikeout. And we head now to the bottom half of the second. Cedartown leads 1-0 in the Battle for Bartow Classic 2021 from Lake Point Sporting Community right here on the Big Double A.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big Double A is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. Amy and I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big Double A. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Cedartown threatens there in the top of the second inning, but can't get a run across. They still lead it 1-0, and they'll try to hold on to this lead here in the bottom of the second as they'll face the 6, 7, and 8 batters for Cartersville, starting out with the left fielder, Colt McKibben. Logan Maddox and Andrew Carter with you here on WGAA Radio.
First pitch just missed, ball 1. Not sure what was wrong with that. Want to know the count.
Bit high that time from the senior Corbin Kazort. Cartersville had 2 runners in scoring position in the first inning before Cedartown retired that final batter.
1-0 is swung on and fouled down the left side. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
That ball escapes into the field of play next to us. Ringgold on top of Landmark Christian in that game 2-1. Here in this one, Cedartown leads 1-0.
There's a ball hit to second base. Nivernell there to swallow it up. Throws over to Zane Barrow for the first out.
Lazy grounder over there to Nail and makes quick work for the first out of the inning. Elliott Easton now, the center fielder, comes up. His first plate appearance of the day. Easton, number 11, a junior for Cartersville. And if I'm not mistaken, other than the pitcher, I believe everybody on this team for Cartersville that's playing in the game is a junior or senior.
Swung on a miss, 0-1 the count. Usually ends up that way.
71 on that pitch from Corbin Kazort. Easton not able to make contact that time. 0-1 the count. Tries for the outside edge there, but just a little bit further off the plate, they'll say. 1-1 the count.
One away here in the second for Cartersville. Pitch. Chopper hit towards second base. Diving try by Denver Nell. He can't get it. Makes contact with his glove. That'll be a single with one out.
Infield hit there for Elliott Easton, and even if Denver Nell is just able to swallow it up and not let it get to the outfield, that's a heck of a play by him. Just able to make contact with his glove to stop it from being a soft roller to center field. Runner aboard at first base is Easton. That brings up Ben Williams now, the third baseman, the 6'2" junior. One away in the bottom of the second.
Kazort nods a couple of times. The pitch, low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The count's now to Williams. Again, we mentioned before, doubleheader tomorrow back here at Lake Point. Then we resume region play next week with Southeast Whitfield. We head to Southeast on Tuesday and then host a doubleheader next Friday. Low and in, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Williams.
Talking about the doubleheader tomorrow, both games right here at Lake Point. Cedartown versus Cass at 1 p.m. The Dogs will take on Woodland at 4 p.m.
And the 2-0 pitch. Chopper, high chopper to third base. Only play will be to first. The throw goes to first. He's safe, infield single. That high bouncer again, Logan, it's tough, and this is such a fast field. You pretty much have to get the ball right away to have a chance to get anybody out at first base, and that time again, the high bouncer eats the Dogs up.
Yeah, chopper doesn't go far here in the infield, but Ben Williams, the third baseman, able to leg it out for a single. Runners at first and second with 1 out, and here comes the senior Davis Williams, the shortstop. Number 9 batter in the lineup. 1-0 Cedartown on top, but Cartersville trying to battle back here in the second.
Tying run at second base in scoring position. The pitch. Strike called on a sinker. 0-1 the count. Wind really starting to bounce the camera around out there in center field. 0-1 the count. Runners at first and second here in the bottom of the second. Dogs lead 1-0 for the moment. The pitch. Dropped an 83-mile-per-hour fastball, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Kurt Bonner, the catcher, stands on deck, the number 1 batter in the lineup. Stoppage of play as a foul ball comes into our field.
1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runners lead away. Corbin Kazort, the senior Bulldog pitcher. Looks in for the sign. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Squares to bunt. That he did bunt him, and it's foul. In fact, I think when he bunted it, it bunted right off his body, so that's an automatic foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's kind of a clever situation there to bunt. I don't think anybody from Cedartown was even anticipating it. Davis Williams, a player that we remember from when Cartersville obviously was in our region all those years, a very fast shortstop, and
oh yes,
good situation to try bunt that time, just not able to get it in the field of play.
The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Corbin checks the runner at second base. He's the tying run. There's a runner also at first with 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball fouled away right side. Have another 1-2 pitch coming here in a moment. Well, I tell you what, Cedartown has played Cartersville. This is, at least twice every season for the past 4 years. And there's always been some memorable matchups between these two. And I'm not just talking about last year in this tournament. The 1-2 pitch about to be made. Here it is. Chopper slowly hit up the middle. Tough play. They go to second for one, not in time to get anybody at first base. They get the force at second. They'll be at the corners now with 2 out. And a smart choice there by Denver Nail to get the sure out at second base. They get the force, but don't threaten to rush a throw to first base that could get away and tie the game up. So 2 outs and runners at the corners now as the Canes will turn it back to the top of the order with Kurt Bonner.
Bonner, the junior catcher, steps in. He had a single back in the first inning, but he was the first out in that double play.
Gazort with the stretch. The pitch. Breaking ball fouled away. No balls, 1 strike the count.
5 hits for Cartersville in the first 2 innings so far, but no runs to show for it.
Gazort looks over toward first base again. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, they don't have the bag covered at second base. They're playing to make sure that there's not that if he hits it to the left or right side, it's not going to get through. So certainly wouldn't be a bad idea for the Canes to maybe run here and maybe try to have a delayed steal. There are 2 out, though. The pitch. Hit on the ground to shortstop. Go over to second to get the force. Great play there by Dylan Cupp to feed over to Denver Nail to get that force, and the inning comes to a close. A scoring chance is smothered once again by the Bulldogs infield. We head now to the 3rd inning. Cedartown on top, 1-0.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome, and even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Some more great defensive plays by Cedartown and a scoring opportunity for Cartersville. And the Bulldogs still lead 1-0 as we start the 3rd inning of play at Lake Point here in the 2021 Battle for Bartow Classic. Logan Maddox and Andrew Carter with you here on the Big Double A, broadcasting live over the radio, on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on the NFHS Network. And as we move to the 3rd inning, we head back to the top of the lineup for Cedartown, starting out with Dylan Cupp. The sophomore shortstop led things off in this game with a triple and came around to score. He is the difference so far in this game. 1-0 Cedartown leads as Philip Schultz, the sophomore righty for Cartersville, finishes up his warm-up tosses, and Cupp heads to the batter's box. It'll be Dylan Cupp, Reese Tanner, and Cade Dingler here in the 3rd inning.
We'll see what the Bulldogs can do here as we continue on. By the way, Gail Connor is the best. I don't know if y'all all knew that, but she is.
They probably did, but it doesn't hurt to let them know again.
Fastball, that's actually an all-speed pitch, misses low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, now the count to Dylan Cupp.
We appreciate her bringing us waters and some Reese's up here.
It's always a good day for Reese's. Big cut and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, now to Cupp. Speaking of the Cartersville-Cedartown rivalry over the years, what's a memorable game for you? I can remember a few. Obviously, last year when we played them here, and that 1-0 loss. 1-1 pitch, outside, ball 2.
I go back to 2017. So my senior year, It was at Cartersville, and I believe it was the first region loss in quite some time for that team.
Yeah.
More on that after this.
2-1 hit. Oh, man, the 2-1 pitch hit the back of his bat while it was still on his shoulder. And that's a foul ball. Talk about a strange foul ball. His bat was still on his shoulder, but if it hits the bat, if it's foul, it's foul ball.
It is what it is. It was a close game. I think Cedartown had a chance to win with 2 outs, Andrew, and Walker Barrow misjudged the ball in center field, one of the only errors of his high school career.
Pitch is a high and away ball 3. I remember that. That was a heartbreaking loss.
But Cedartown was able to battle back. I believe they won the game at home over Cartersville, and they were able to qualify for the playoffs. But that was definitely an interesting game, to say the least.
Payoff pitch to Dillon. It's a comebacker to the mound on a couple of hops. He'll field and throw, and a collision there, and let's hope he's okay. And he's out. He held on to the ball, but we have seen some broken wrists happen like that with folks at first base. And that his hat came off. Let's hope he's okay. That was a violent collision at first base between Cup and the first baseman for the Canes.
And there was nothing malicious with it.
No.
I think the throw kind of came inside. It brought McPherson closer towards the plate, or towards the bag, rather, and as Cup was charging down the line, made contact. Kind of spun McPherson around. The officials checking on him right now. The Cartersville first base coach checking on him as well. As we have this timeout, do want to shout out both coaching staffs. Cartersville coached by head coach Kyle Tucker. Cedartown coached by head coach Kevin Johnson. Assistants for Cedartown include Josh Davenport, Jeff Dingler, Austin Pope, Ryan Evans, and Dustin Little.
Cartersville fans give a round of applause. He's going to stay in the game. So that's certainly good news. And we're about to, the home plate umpires still over there talking with Cartersville's head coach and with Coach Little over there in the first base coaching box. By the way, happy birthday to Coach Little. Today's his birthday.
Really?
It sure is. So how about a Bulldog win for Coach Little's birthday? Right now, a 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs in the top of the third with 1 out. Reese Tanner at the plate. The kick and the pitch. High and tight, 1 ball, no strikes.
Tanner 0 for 1, had a fielder's choice in the first inning, but still was able to score Dillon Cup.
Line foul, left side, 1 ball, 1 strike.
A half a step, I think that Reese Tanner's foot was like maybe a couple of centimeters away from the bag that time. But a perfect throw by Williams to record the second out here in the third inning, and now that'll bring up Cade Dingler.
For those with us online, we do apologize if you lost connection there for a moment, but there's a ball, a high chopper over the third baseman's bag, throw over to first base, got him over at first base, another great play. I thought he might have been safe though, Logan. The shortstop made a sideways throw over to first base and just got the runner. And a couple of great defensive plays in the infield for the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes is going to make it a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Bulldogs here in the top of the third. Bottom of the third coming up. 1-0 lead for Cedartown. We'll be back in just a moment.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
Burgess Insurance Services in Rome, 222 North 5th Avenue Southwest, 706-234-5680. And in Cedartown, 114 South Philpott Street, 770-748-4165.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
We are back here on the Big Double A. 1-2-3 go the Bulldogs in the top of the third inning. Now the Cedartown team heads to defense as Corbin Kazort will try to hold on to this 1-0 lead as we head to the let's see, the 2, 3, and 4 spots for Cartersville. It's going to be Hayden Smith, Parker McPherson, and Blake Sutton here in the third inning. 1-0 Cedartown on top on the Big AA.
And Smith will lead things off. Cartersville's had some chances, but the Bulldogs have been able to snuff out some rallies. The pitch. Strike called over the outside corner. 69-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Fouled away. It's 0-2.
Smith, victim of grounded into a double play back in that first inning. That recorded the out of Kurt Bonner, who had reached on a single. It's a big defensive play that helped Cedartown really keep momentum going early in this game.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and 3 pitches takes care of the DH Hank Smith, 1 away.
First strikeout of the day for the senior Corbin Kazort. 1 away now in the bottom of the third inning, and that'll bring up the number 3 batter in the lineup, the first baseman Parker McPherson. McPherson, the senior who took a big shot defensively in the top half of this inning, stayed in there over at first base and was able to get the final out. And now back in there, stepping into the batter's box with 1 away.
First pitch to him is a breaking ball down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Looks like a pretty good pitch, but did not get the call.
McPherson singled in the first inning. He was the would-be runner that was told to go back to third after that ground rule double.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. High and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Ringgold leading Landmark Christian 3-2 to our left.
Corbin winds, delivers a 2-0 pitch. Hit a mile in the air, but foul down the left side. Well out of play. Might have even landed it in another baseball field. 2 balls and a strike.
Cedartown back in action here in the Battle for Bartow Classic tomorrow at 1 p.m. Of course, Bartow County Schools and Polk County Schools on spring break. Cedartown versus Cass at 1. Dogs and Woodland at 4 p.m.
2-1, drops down, but low. Ball 3. Like a pretty good pitch.
Dangerous part in the lineup here for Cartersville, and Parker McPherson with a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases are empty.
The 3-1. Foul back. That'll fill the count up 3-2. It's off the netting and falls back down right on top of the PBR Prep Baseball Report. That was a direct hit on our roof here at the press box from another field. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kazort with the wind, the pitch. Bounced up there, ball 4. So we lost him on a full count pitch. A 1 out base on balls will send McPherson to first base.
He'll stand there with 1 out. That brings up the cleanup batter now, Blake Sutton. Sutton playing second base. He had that ground rule double that could have tied the game in that first inning. McPherson aboard over at first base again for Sutton.
And he leads over from first. About an 8 to 10 foot lead off the bag at first. The pitch. Bounced up there, gets away from Eli, no chance to get the runner, and he'll be at second base on the wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes.
Takes away the conventional double play here with 1 out. Cedartown leading 1-0. Check that bottom of the third inning. Time called, so Kay Dingler can come in and have a word with Corbin Kazort on the edge of the mound.
Likely we'll see Kay Dingler pitch tomorrow, and probably Reese Tanner as well. Of course, the Dogs won't have MJ Holiday available. Runner at second, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away, 2-0.
Another case of Corbin not missing by much, but still missing, not finding the edge that he was hoping for there. 2-0 the count. McPherson stands at second base. Sutton here at the plate.
And time asked for at the plate. he'll get it. Two and nothing here, the count. Corbin has had base runners in every inning. He'll check the runner at second. The pitch. Hit on the ground to shortstop. They'll go to third base, and he is out at third. What a great play. And it was a bit of a high throw there from Dillon, but a great job there by Kay Dingler to bring the glove down and apply the tag.
That retires Parker McPherson, and not what you were kind of expecting to see there from Cedartown defense. You're thinking take the automatic out at first base, but works out better for the Bulldogs. Now 2 out. Runner at first base is Blake Sutton for Jake Brasfield.
I didn't expect that at all. But Cedartown, get the lead runner out, and you don't have a runner 90 feet away. A runner at second now with 2 outs. Corbin delivers. High and outside, ball 1. And that's important, too, because, right now Corbin is struggling a little bit to find the zone. He threw a wild pitch there earlier. And now a mistake wouldn't tie the game.
Jake Brasfield, the right fielder at the plate. Blake Sutton at first base now.
1-0 pitch, fastball is low. 2-0.
1-0 Cedartown on top. Home half of inning number 3. Corbin Kazort trying to get this final out of the inning. Turn it back over to the offense. He'll be leading things off.
They'll throw down to first base. The ball pops away from the first baseman. It's going to roll to the wall there. The throw will not be made to second base, and I think it might have even hit the runner when it bounced by. So the pickoff attempt is unsuccessful, and the runner moves over to second. Wasn't a bad throw, but it hit the runner and then bounced away. And anytime it hits the runner, you never know where it's going to go. A 2-0 count, a base hit could tie the game. That's down low. 3 balls, no strikes.
A walk here wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if you see it from Corbin. You do have first base open. That would create a force out at any base on the out in the infield, but we'll see what the senior does with the 3-0 count.
Strike called inside corner, 3-1.
Brasfield 0 for 1. He had a pop up to second base in the first inning. That ended the first inning. Will he do the same here in the third? We'll find out in a moment.
Hitters count, dangerous pitch here as Corbin delivers. Swung on and popped up. Center field. Reese Tanner to his right. And now makes the catch in left center field, and that is out number 3, and another runner left stranded for the Canes here in the third. We head now to the top of the fourth. Cedartown leads by the slimmest of margins, 1-0.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Four, 5, and 6 batters due up for the Bulldogs as we start the fourth inning, and it'll be the pitcher, Corbin Kazort, leading things off, going up against Philip Schultz. Schultz has pitched a nice game so far. He's only allowed 2 hits, Andrew, but one of those a triple in the first inning for Dylan Cupp, who worked his way home on a fielder's choice. And we'll see if Corbin Kazort can lead off with a hit.
First pitch to him is upstairs, ball 1. And both hits, by the way, you mentioned the triple. The other one was a double. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball outside, 83 miles per hour on that one, and it's 2-0.
Kazort, Nail, and Zane Barrow all due up here in the 4th.
The wind, the 2-0 pitch. Fastball missed away again, 3-0. That time his hat came off on an 83 mile per hour heater.
If he allows a walk, it would be the first free pass he has issued this game. Schultz, the 6'3" sophomore.
And here's the 3-0. Down the middle for a strike. He was taken all the way, 3-1. So now you would assume Corbin has the green light on anything close. Here's the 3-1. Tapped foul, 3-2.
Good job by Schultz to battle back in this at-bat after getting behind 3-0. Denver Nail on deck, comes up, retrieves that foul ball, gives it to the home plate umpire. And we're set for this full count situation.
Here's the payoff pitch. Just missed ball 4. Must have been upstairs. That looked like a pretty good pitch, but it was a bit high. And a 3-2 pitch, leadoff walk as Corbin Kazort will head to first, and we'll see if he gets relieved. No, they're going to keep him out there. Corbin is a fast runner, so Coach Johnson wants speed and the senior wisdom of Corbin Kazort out there to run at first. And here's Denver Nail, pitch. Outside, throw down to first, and just got back safely.
And let's tell you, in case you couldn't see that on the live stream, a good throw gets him.
Yeah.
Because I think Kazort was playing a little too far away from the bag, stumbled a bit before he dove in, and if the throw is online, he might be out.
He's got a big lead again over at first. 1-0 pitch is a strike called over the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Third baseman Ben Williams was crashing in, thinking maybe Denver was going to lay down a bunt. In a game like this, it could be just a few runs, maybe all you need. Throw down to first base again. Close play once more, but Corbin's back safely.
Great pickoff move that time by Schultz. A nice tag by McPherson over at first base, but not making contact in time. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Kazort at first.
Another pickoff attempt. That time it gets away, but not far enough. First baseman able to retrieve that one pretty quickly. That's what, the 3rd or 4th time he's thrown over to first. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Denver Nail. The 1-1 is high and tight. The count 2-1 as the wind picks up a bit. Third baseman playing in on the green turf. Middle infielders playing, hoping for a double play. 2-1 pitch. They call that a strike. Wow, they're going to call it a balk or an illegal pitch. So it's not a strike. It'll send the runner over to second base.
So the count remains 2 balls and 1 strike. And Kazort now in scoring position. Nobody out. Don't think that Denver Nail will be squaring to bunt here.
I doubt it.
Nail has been a very solid hitter so far this year. 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Be a big time to get his first base hit.
2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Hit foul and out of play down the right side. 2-2 the count now.
So far in this game, aside from, even when Dylan Cupp was aboard, whenever Cedartown's gotten somebody on the base paths, it feels like Schultz has turned it up a notch. If you remember with Dylan Cupp, he probably could have stayed at third base because it was a ground ball right to first. They came home, could have been out with an applied tag.
2-2. Strike 3 called over the inside corner as Dylan was leaning away from that one, but it had some outward movement, and it just went over the inside corner of the plate. That's a strikeout, and it's out number 1.
Yeah, froze up Denver Nail that time. Looked like it was going to hit him initially. At 71 mile per hour curve, dances in the zone at the very last moment. 1 out. Corbin Kazort at second base, and here's the senior Zane Barrow.
Zane takes a pitch right over the plate for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Zane struck out his last time at the plate. Corbin at second with his lead. The stretch and the pitch. Hit in the air down the left side, and that'll drift out of play. And now it's an 0-2 hole for Zane Barrow.
The sophomore Eli Barrow, who had a double his first time up, waits on deck. Kazort at second base with 1 out, an 0-2 count to Zane Barrow. 1-0, Cedartown on top of the 4th inning here at Lake Point.
The pitch from Schiltz just missed away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In fact, if I'm looking at this roster correctly, I think Schiltz is the only player that's at least that I see listed that's under a junior. He's a sophomore. That according to Max Preps. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner at second base for the Bulldogs. That's Corbin Gazort. That one high and outside. 2-2 now to Zane Barrow.
Again, trying to attack that edge out there, just missing by a little bit. Also trying to draw a swing from Barrow, but the senior holding back. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at second base.
The pitch on the way. Slice to right field and a diving catch. He made the catch. The runner will stay at second base. That's out number 2. Great diving catch out there in right field on the ball hit the other way.
Yeah, out in right field, that's Jake Prasfield, and comes running in, able to make a nice catch. The junior almost on a slide, now 2 away. Corbin Kazort holds up at second base, and if Cedartown will add an insurance run here, it's going to be up to Eli Barrow. Corbin Kazort's going to be pulled out with 2 away.
Looks
the
like
pitcher.
Looks like they'll send out a courtesy runner for him. We've yet to see who that is yet.
We've seen Jack Roper come in earlier. He ran for Eli Barrow.
Looks like it'll be Xavier Holliday who will run for him. So Xavier Holliday will be the courtesy runner for the pitcher that'll let Corbin Gazort get back in the dugout and get ready to start the bottom half of the 4th. Hopefully, though, it'll be a little bit longer before we see that bottom of the 4th. Xavier Holliday, a fast runner, and now Eli Barrow at the plate. Stretch and the pitch. Fastball and a strike called. 0-1.
Eli had a hard hit double back in that second inning, 1 for 1 so far in this one. The base hit here would make it 2-0.
The 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cartersville fans wanted the call, but it was well off the plate.
Valiant effort that time by Kurt Bonner, the junior, to try to frame it up, but you're right, a little bit further outside of the zone.
The count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Holliday at second base, the pitch. Again outside, 2-1. That time farther outside to Eli Barrow. If Eli can reach, then we'll see Cole Dingler. Two balls, 1 strike. Now Eli asked for time, or at least time was called by somebody, and now he'll step back in the box. 2 balls and a strike to count with 2 outs, and Xavier Holliday running for Corbin Gazort, the pitcher, at second base. The 2-1 to Eli. Hit on the ground to third base, off of his glove, and Eli's going to be safe. Stopping at third base is Xavier Holliday. Runners will be at the corners there on that boot there at shortstop. It's a hard hit ball, but I think that's an E6.
I think you're right there. First error of this game will go against the Canes, and Jack Roper comes in to run again for Eli Barrow. Runners at the corners with 2 away. Would imagine that Roper will be trying a steal here at some point.
And Cole Dingler will be the batter at the plate. See if the freshman can drive home a run for the Bulldogs. 1-0 lead for Cedartown. Insurance run at third base, another insurance run at first. Cole takes outside. He checked his swing. They're going to say no swing, 0-1. Or 1-0, beg your pardon.
68-mile-per-hour pitch that time, and Schultz only a sophomore. You're seeing such control of these pitches. He's going to be one of the more sought-after righties in that class, I would imagine. Same recruiting class as Dylan Cup.
1-0 pitch. There's a strike over the outside corner, 1-1. Xavier Holiday at third base, Jack Roper at first, running for the catcher, Eli Barrow. Another run would be huge for the Bulldogs here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner goes for second. The throw goes to second. It's safe. Xavier does not try to score on the throw. So now a base hit could possibly score two, but it's a 1-1 or it's a 1-2 count, isn't it, or a 1-1 count?
1-2.
1-2. That's what I thought. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Time called as a foul ball comes flying in or close to our field. Runners with their leads. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Cole Dingler, the freshman. The pitch, swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. That'll retire the side. Dogs let a scoring opportunity slide through their fingers here in the top half of the 4th inning. We head now to the bottom half, and we'll see who comes to the mound for the Bulldogs when we come back. Cedartown baseball in the Big AA, 106.1 FM, AM 1340, YouTube, Facebook Live, and the NFHS Network.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs! Daniel's Green Services and Handyman, your best choice for total home renovation or even small projects. 770-862-1240. 770-862-1240. Painting, siding, concrete, windows, pressure washing, flooring, drywall, doors, roofing, electrical, and even lawn care. They're fully insured and will do a great job. Check them out on Facebook, Daniel's Green Services and Handyman, your best choice. 770-862-1240.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Dogs lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cedartown sends Corbin Kazort back out there, the senior righty on the mound, as he'll face the 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Canes, starting out with Colt McKibben, the left fielder.
Depending on how this inning goes, Logan, this may be the last inning for Corbin. He's not had a 1-2-3 inning yet. There's a hard hit ball foul down the left side, 0-1. It's the left-handed batter, McKibben, at the plate.
McKibben, the left fielder. He'll be followed by Easton, the center fielder, and Ben Williams, the third baseman this inning.
The wind, the 1-0 pitch. That one got away from him, goes back to the backstop, 1-1.
See Corbin look to the dugout and smile after that pitch. Just got away from him a little bit.
That's all you can do with those. Laugh at it, move on. Nobody on, nobody out, so no problem. 1-1 pitch. That one goes over his head and back to the backstop. 2-1. And I can see the smirk on Corbin's face right now. Two and 1 the count.
Colt McKibben 0 for 1 with a ground out so far in this game. Trying to get aboard for the first time.
Gazort with a 2-1 pitch. That one too low that time. Now it's 3-1. As we mentioned before, the Canes have had base runners in all 3 of their innings, but have yet to score. They've also had 5 hits. 3-1 pitch. Down the middle for a strike that'll fill the count up 3-2.
5 hits, only 1 walk allowed so far for Corbin. He's worked it to a full count now, 3-2. We'll see what he does.
Corbin with the payoff pitch. Outside ball 4, and he lost him. So no 1-2-3 inning here unless you get a double play. Corbin continues to labor.
Nobody out, brings up Elliott Easton, the center fielder. A single so far for him in this one. And McKibben at first base. He's aboard for the first time today.
Very nice day here at Lake Point as Bulldogs and Canes are locking horns here. The pitch is hit up the middle and through for a base hit. Hard hit ball fielded cleanly there by Reese Tanner. He'll throw in quickly to hold the runner at second. And it's going to be first and second with nobody out, and the Canes are in business here in the 4th.
Just hit it on a rope that time by Elliott Easton. A nice job by the junior to drop it in center field. 2 runners aboard, still nobody out. And here comes Ben Williams for the second time. Base hit his first time up, and another base hit may tie the game here. Easton at first, McKibben at second base. Kazort on the mound and Williams at the plate.
The ground ball to an infielder would be a good thing for the Bulldogs right here. Pitch. Not that kind of ground ball. Base hit to right field. Runner's going to get the red light at third base. They're loaded with nobody out and 2 consecutive hits. A walk and 2 hits. And Cartersville has something cooking here in the bottom of the 4th.
Canes in business. Bases loaded, nobody out. Time is called now as the pitching coach Ryan Evans comes out. Would imagine just a talking to here for Corbin Kazort, but if he allows them to tie it up, maybe a change here in the 4th inning. He's allowed 7 hits now, 2 walks in this game. All things considered, against a really stacked lineup for Cartersville, not a bad outing for Corbin, just not what you were hoping for in this 4th inning.
Well, and Corbin is, he'll throw strikeouts and all, but, a lot of times his, he'll rely on contact and let his defense do the work, and the infield has done some amazing, it's done an amazing job to get some great plays. There's been a couple of double plays and then, of course, some stops in the infield. And there's also been some things that have gone the Dogs' way as far as balls bouncing out, like the ground rule double where it could have tied the game, but it didn't. Corbin was able to get out of that inning without a run scoring, but now they're full with nobody out. A fly ball ties it. At the plate, Davis Williams.
Williams, the senior shortstop, he got aboard on a fielder's choice in inning number 2.
Infielders playing in on the green turf. Ground ball's going to come to the plate, obviously. The pitch. High and tight fastball. That woke him up. 1 ball, no strikes.
83, high and tight.
Yep. That's not one you want to get hit with. 1-0 pitch. High and tight again, 2-0.
Williams kind of turns in that time to avoid getting hit.
The count, 2 balls and no strikes. The base is full. Corbin in a bit of trouble here in the 4th. The pitch. Just missed outside. 3 balls, no strikes. And now a walk would tie it up. So far in this inning, a walk and 2 singles. He's got to throw a strike here, 3-0. Strike called, 3-1, right down the middle.
Still a hitter's count here for Davis Williams. Tying run at third base, the go-ahead run at second base.
Ball 4 inside. We're tied 1-1.
The second straight year that Cartersville has scored their first run of the game thanks to a bases-loaded walk against Cedartown. Kibben comes home. Easton moves up to third. Ben Williams at second base. Davis Williams now at first base. Kurt Bonner will come to the plate, and he'll face a new pitcher as Corbin Kazort's day is done.
Well, at least when you mentioned that thing about Cartersville scoring a run on a bases-loaded walk. At least the game didn't end because of that walk, so that's certainly good news. New pitcher going to take his warm-up tosses. It'll be Cam Jackson. We'll come back in a moment, and we'll see if the Dogs can get out of this jam here. 1-1 tie here as the Canes have scored their first run.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. Amy and I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
New pitcher in the game for Cedartown, as Andrew mentioned just a moment ago, is Camden Jackson, the senior righty for the Bulldogs, warming up. He'll come in with a bases-loaded, no-out situation in a 1-1 ball game. Came into this half inning with Cedartown on top 1-0. Cartersville has tied it. They're looking to add some more to that, try to take the lead for the first time as Kurt Bonner, the junior catcher, steps in.
1 run in, and the base is loaded, so it seems like Cam comes into games and he's got some of the toughest situations that he's got to face. So we'll see how he does here. Cam delivers the sidearm pitch, and it sinks down low. 1 ball, no strikes.
65-mile-per-hour pitch.
You're not going to see much faster than that. 1-0. Just missed outside. 2-0.
Kurt Bonner, the leadoff batter in this lineup for Cartersville, the junior catcher at the plate. Bases are loaded.
2-0 is well outside. 3 balls, no strikes now. Cam yet to throw a strike here in his appearance. And there is one thing I heard our colleagues at WBHF mention. The roof that's above the area behind home plate has got a shadow right on the field, right over on the plate. That's a strike called. 3-1 the count now to the batter, Kurt Bonner. The rest of the field in sunlight. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 down low, and the Cartersville takes the lead 2-1.
Elliott Easton comes home on that bases-loaded walk. Now Ben Williams at third base, Davis Williams at second base, and Kurt Bonner will stand at first. He'll be relieved by courtesy runner Drake Carver. And Hank Smith now comes in. 2-1 Cartersville with 2 runs in this inning on bases-loaded walks.
Cedartown scored their run way back in the top of the first inning. The pitch. Hit on the ground to first base. Bobbled a bit by Zane. He'll have to run over to first to get the out. The run scores from third. Everybody else moves up. It's 3-1 Cartersville, and there's 1 out here in the 4th.
So Hank Smith out number 1 on that 3 unassisted, but does drive in Ben Williams. Davis Williams at third base and Kurt Bonner at second base now. Just 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position for Parker McPherson. McPherson with a single and a walk so far today. 3-1 Cartersville up by 2.
The 2 that came in are Corbin Kazort's responsibility. The runner at third is Corbin's runner. There's a ball hit to center field. That might score the run too. The catch will be made by Reese Tanner. The tag, the throw will come in towards shortstop, and no chance to get the runner. It's 4-1 Cartersville. There's 2 out.
So sacrifice fly there for Parker McPherson. Makes it a 3-run ball game. 4 runs across this inning for the Canes.
I'll bring up Blake Sutton now.
Drake
Sorry about that. Logan runner at second base with 2 outs now for the Canes.
Yeah, that's Drake Carver over at second base, and Sutton here at the plate, as you mentioned.
Sutton takes one down low, 1 ball, no strikes. The runner stays at second on the fly ball to center. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Cartersville with a 4 spot here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball inside. 2-1.
59 miles per hour on that breaking pitch.
I'll tell you what, though, if he locates that one a little bit farther outside, then he's got the strike called. You think that's going to hit you, then it slides back over the plate. There's a strike called over the outside corner, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Cartersville with a runner at second base and Drake Carver. 4-1. Canes lead at bottom of the 4th inning.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch that zoomed outside on him. And Cartersville strikes for 4 here in the bottom half of the 4th. And now lead the Bulldogs by 3, 4-1. We head now to the top of the 5th. Here at Lake Point Sporting Complex, it's the Battle for Bartow Classic 2021 right here on the Big Double A, Facebook Live, YouTube, and the NFHS Network.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome, and even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in trucks or people, like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Bulldog pitching, allowing 4 runs to come across for Cartersville there in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cedartown now trails at 4-1. We head to the top of the 5th inning, and it's going to be the 9-1-2 batters for Cedartown. Tony Ware, Dylan Cupp, and Reese Tanner will come to the plate. Tony Ware starting things out 0-for-1 with a strikeout, getting the start out in left field for the injured Harlem Diamond. We thank you for joining us on this Thursday afternoon from Lake Point Sporting Community in Emerson.
Philip Schultz continuing his work. He's pitched 4 innings, only given up 1 run on 2 hits. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air and foul down the right side. 0-1 the count. Ware is hitless today, a victim of a strikeout. The 0-1 pitch. Just got a piece and fouled it back. 0-2.
Cedartown has managed just 2 hits so far off Philip Schultz, the sophomore pitcher for Cartersville. A triple in the first inning, a double in the second inning. That's it. They've picked up a couple of walks since then, or 1 walk and 1 error.
0-2 pitch. Just missed inside. I thought it was a strike 3. I thought he was going to ring him up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count now to Ware.
Looked good from up here.
The 1-2 pitch. Down low that time, 2-2.
Schultz is just that prototypical Cartersville pitcher. Big, tall, lanky kid with a break you won't believe on these curveball pitches.
Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 call with a fastball. Out number 1, and Ware will head back to the dugout.
Well, what do you do after a couple of breaking pitches that just barely miss the zone? Fastball on the edge.
Yep, that's right.
Throws Ware up for out number 1. That'll bring up Dylan Cupp now 1 for 2 with a triple. Rounded out on a full count back in the 3rd inning in his last at bat.
Cartersville's catcher looks like he might be a little shaken up for some reason. The coach for Cartersville out to talk to him. A little slow to get up out of his crouch behind home plate.
The catcher is the junior Kurt Bonner. He's done a great job behind home plate defensively. He's had a couple of nice plate appearances. Initial indications he's going to stay out there. They're going to give him a couple of warm-up tosses. Looking at the records of these two teams, Cartersville comes in 16-7 overall. They're 9-3 in that tough region, Andrew. Only region losses, no surprise. 1 to Calhoun. They won that series 2-1. They lost 2 out of 3 to Blessed Trinity. Won a 3-2 thriller in the first game last week, then lost both games on Thursday in the doubleheader.
My guess is that BT would be number 1 in that region right now, probably?
Yes, they are right now. Calhoun in third. Cedartown 12-7 right now, 9-3 in Region 7 4A. And after Heritage knocked off Northwest yesterday, Cedartown second in that region.
Cup at the plate, takes low, ball 1. Dylan Cup had one of only 2 Bulldog hits. It was the triple to lead off the game in the first. He scored later. There's a ball hit to right center field. That ball might have a chance. That ball is going to be on the edge of the fence, going to bounce off the wall. He may have another triple. The throw comes in. He will. He'll slide in this time, and another triple for Dylan Cup. He's at third base.
2 for 3 with 2 triples. Dylan Cup continuing to surprise us, but are we that surprised, though? I mean,
really.
It's just Dylan Cup doing Dylan Cup things.
Now at Cedartown, that's going to be out of here. The fence here, it's a straightaway center field, 385. So probably down that right center power alley, probably maybe 350, and he hit it about 340 feet. That will bring up the center fielder, Reese Tanner, with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Reese takes a fastball inside, 83 miles per hour, 1 ball, no strikes.
Reese still looking for his first hit of the day. Did reach on a fielder's choice in the first inning and grounded out last time up.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. It's 1-1.
Reese trying to drive Dylan Cup in with 1 away here in the top of the 5th inning. 4-1, Cartersville leads it. Cup with 2 of the 3 hits for Cedartown today. Those 3 hits, 1 double and 2 triples.
See if Reese Tanner can drive him in. Reese takes high with a fastball, 2-1. 82 that time from Schultz. Ringgold leads 6-2 over Landmark in the field to our immediate left. And the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground sharply to second. He'll stab that one. The run's going to score. He's out at first base. It's an RBI ground out by Reese Tanner. It's 4-2 Bulldogs trail the Canes. 2 outs and the base is empty.
Second RBI of the game for Reese Tanner. 4-2 now. As you mentioned, Cedartown with 2 out. Bring up Cade Dingler to the plate.
First pitch to Cade is high. Threw a curveball that didn't really curve at all. Stayed well above the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. The kick and the pitch. Just missed inside, 2-1, and nothing to count.
Dingler, the senior third baseman for the Bulldogs, struck out in the first inning, grounded out in the third inning. 2 away, bases empty, 2-0 count to Cade Dingler.
The pitch. Taken high, 3 balls, no strikes.
We've seen Schultz get behind 3-0 once so far this game. It was last inning. Got behind 3-0 to Corbin Kazort, worked it full, but then issued ball 4. We'll see if Dingler can get aboard via a walk or a hit in this at-bat. 2 out, bases empty.
3-0 pitch inside, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk will put him aboard. Now the tying run comes to the plate.
It's Corbin Kazort, a player that we know has a ton of power. Cleanup batter for Cedartown, the pitcher, starting pitcher in this game.
And Corbin would love nothing more than to make up for giving up those runs in the previous inning by maybe tying this game up. Swing and a miss. He was thinking about it and came up empty on a fastball outside. Nothing and 1 the count. 81 there from Schiltz.
Corbin officially 0 for 1 with a ground out today, but as mentioned just a moment ago, he was walked last inning.
The 0-1. Big breaking ball and a strike call. Nothing and 2.
Gets the call there on the upper part of the zone. Nice break. Just able to get it low enough for the call.
He threw 80 miles per hour before, then that was 69. The 0-2 swung on and popped up. Catcher goes back. He might have a play on it, but it's going to land on the sidewalk just beyond the netting here. And Corbin will have another swing coming up.
Cade Dingler stands at first base. The tying run is Corbin Kazort here at the plate. 4-2, Cedartown trails it, top of the 5th inning, 2 away.
Corbin's had some big hits this year for the Bulldogs and when they've needed him. So see if he can do it here. He won't. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. Dogs have left several on base in this game. We head now to the bottom half of the 5th. Cartersville leads by a score of 4-2.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
Burgess Insurance Services in Rome, 222 North 5th Avenue Southwest, 706-234-5680. And in Cedartown, 114 South Philpott Street, 770-748-4165.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
And we're back here on the Big AA. Cedartown trails Cartersville 4-2 here in the 2021 Battle for Bartow Classic at Lake Point in Emerson. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Camden Jackson, the senior reliever for Cedartown, will continue his work on the mound. He'll be facing the middle of the order for Cartersville. Jake Brasfield, Colt McKibben, and Elliott Easton. 5, 6, and 7 batters due up for the Canes as they scored 4 runs last inning. But, Andrew, it was well-timed hitting and a lot of walks issued for Cedartown.
So we'll see what Cam Jackson can do here. The pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Strike called over the outside corner. Kind of a delayed call there from the home plate umpire, but he gave it to him.
That one didn't break the speed limit coming over here. 56 miles per hour.
Well, it does if you drive in front of Woodland Middle School, though. The pitch. Swung on and tapped foul down the right side. It's 0-2. Actually, I think it's the elementary school, not the middle school. But anyway, several people I know have gotten tickets over there if you go over 35 during school hours.
So if you're coming to the doubleheader tomorrow, leave early.
Well,
and don't speed past there.
I would say just take the other way, the bypass to get here. The 0-2, foul back. Red Top Mountain Road, that's what I was looking for.
Brasfield here at the plate, the right fielder for Cartersville. 0 for 2 on the day, a pop out and a fly out. He's in a hole now, 0-2.
Great crowd here at Lake Point on a beautiful day for baseball. The 0-2. Hit off the end of the bat and threw for a base hit up the middle. He just reached out there. I don't even think it was a strike, but he was able to strike it right off the end of the bat and hit it past second base and into the outfield for a leadoff hit for the Canes.
You know, if he's using somebody else's bat, he might not have enough to reach out there and tap it. Just able to get a piece of it and drop it in center field. Leadoff base hit there for Brassfield, and that'll bring up Colt McKibben now, the left fielder. Another leadoff base runner for Cartersville. They've had a couple of those today.
Cam Jackson, the senior, will throw back over to first base. Runners back safely. Four-2 lead for the Canes. And another base runner for them here in the bottom of the fifth. Cam delivers. Strike called over the outside corner. It's 0-1.
58 miles per hour on that pitch from the senior Jackson. Bulldogs trailing 4-2 to the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes here in the battle for Bartow.
0-1 pitch. Runner goes. It's well outside. Not a chance to get him. And he'll steal second base easily. Even if it's a strike, I think he's still going to be safe at second. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. The ball popped out of the glove of Eli, but it was well off the plate. So another runner in scoring position for the Canes with nobody out. 1-1 the count. Left-handed batter at the plate. Lines one to left field, down for a base hit. He'll get the green light. Here comes the throw to the cutoff man. It was too weak of a throw to be able to be transferred to the plate by Cade Dingler. And it's going to be an RBI single, and the Canes extend their lead 5-2.
Able to drop it in left field, and Tony Ware, usually a substitution player for Cedartown, getting some of his first action defensively of the year. And you're right, just not strong enough of a throw in from left field. Allows Brassfield to score there the first time he's come home today. A 3-run lead now for the Canes. McKibben at first base, still nobody out, and here comes Elliott Easton.
It's their 9th base hit of the afternoon. We'll send out a courtesy runner, I do believe, and now we're ready to go. 5-2 lead for the Canes. Battle for Bartow Classic, game 1 of the 3 that the Bulldogs will be playing here today. Stretching the pitch, runner goes. It's a hit and run down the left side. It's going to be fouled just by about 2 or 3 feet. And had that been fair, he's going to score from first base. The count is 0-1 now.
Cedartown led 1-0. Had that run come across the top of the first inning, led until the bottom of the fourth. Cartersville with 4 runs last inning, 1 run this inning, and they're on top 5-2.
0-1 pitch popped up and foul out of play. Runner was also taken off on that pitch. He'll head back to first. Canes being a little bit more aggressive on the base paths with this bigger lead. And who could blame them, really?
Elliott Easton, the center fielder, here batting. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, a run scored. And Ben Williams on deck.
Cam looking for his first out here in the inning. Runner leads away. I wouldn't be surprised if he runs again, even with the 0-2 pitch. Here it is. He does not go, and it's going to be hit to left field. Ware over there. He'll make the catch. Runner retreats back to first. That's the first out on the fly ball to left.
Good job by the young Tony Ware to track that one down. Doesn't have to move too much. Makes the squeeze for the first out. McKibben holds up at first base. 1 away from Ben Williams now. Williams, like Easton, coming into this at bat, 2 for 2. 2 singles and a run scored.
Runner leads away. He's going. The pitch is going to hit him in the back. So they'll be at first and second with 1 out.
McKibben in scoring position at second base. Williams at first base, and Davis Williams comes up. The senior shortstop looking for his first hit of the day. Got aboard on a fielder's choice in inning number 2 and was walked with the bases loaded last time up. 5-2, Cartersville leads it. Home half of the 5th inning.
Swung on and missed. Throw goes down to second base. He is safe. It bounced up there. First and second. One out, a run in here in the inning. Cam looks into Eli. He's got the sign. Checks the runner at second. Now time called at the plate. By the way, the Atlanta Braves off today, a travel day for them. Back home tomorrow to Truist Park. First time Braves fans will be able to see their team in a couple of years. Strike called. 0-2 the count.
First time playing in the rebranded Truist Park. 7:20 p.m. first pitch tomorrow night against Miami, right? Or is it, no, that's Miami's later on in the homestand, Philadelphia, tomorrow night.
0-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and that'll retire Davis Williams for the second out of the inning.
2 away, 2 runners aboard now for Cartersville, and Kurt Bonner, the number 1 batter in the lineup, comes back up, the catcher. Good to see that he's okay after
something
came up, kind of awkwardly out of his stance in the last half inning.
Cam with a pitch. Dropped one a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Pretty good looking pitch, but just missed. Jackson looks in for the sign. He's got it. Runners lead away from second and first. The 1-0. Here it is. Swing and a miss.
Big cut that time. Bonner couldn't make contact. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kurt Bonner 1 for 2 today. A single in the first inning. He was walked and thus drove in a run last time up. Did ground into an inning-ending fielder's choice in the second.
The 1-1. Hit in the air to left field. Tony Ware says he's got it. He's over near the track. He's got the catch, and that will retire the side. Cartersville gets another run, but it could have been worse. We head now to the 6th. Cedartown trails 5-2 to the Canes. Back with more Bulldogs baseball right after this here on the Big Double A.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course. Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs! Daniel's Green Services and Handyman, your best choice for total home renovation or even small projects. 770-862-1240. 770-862-1240. Painting, siding, concrete, windows, pressure washing, flooring, drywall, doors, roofing, electrical, and even lawn care. They're fully insured and will do a great job. Check them out on Facebook, Daniel's Green Services and Handyman, your best choice. 770-862-1240.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
New pitcher in the game for Cartersville. It's the lefty Gunnar Millsap. Top of the 6th inning in Cedartown down to their final 6 outs. Logan Maddox, Andrew Carter with you here on the Big Double A, broadcasting live from Lake Point Sporting Community in Emerson. And the Dogs trail 5-2 to Cartersville. Millsap's continuing his warm-up tosses. He'll face the 5, 6, and 7 batters for Cedartown, Denver Nail, Zane Barrow, and Eli Barrow.
little bit of a late arrival there, Logan, as he'll get a few extra throws here to warm up. Goes the throw down to second base, ready to go here. Dogs running out of time, as you mentioned, 5-2 the score, and Denver Nell the batter. In the top of the 6th inning, here's the pitch. Fastball, strike called, apparently. Nothing in one the count. Looked like it almost hit him. Swung on a miss, nothing in 2.
Could catch up to the heater that time for Millsap's 82. Now Nell behind 0-2, looking for his first hit of the day.
And the 0-2 pitch, outside, 1-2. Tried to frame it up there over the outside corner, but it was a bit too far out. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Millsap delivers, and he fouls it back. And the count stays at 1-2.
Denver Nell grounded out in the first inning, struck out in the 4th inning. And now a 1-2 count to start out the 6th inning.
Now time asked for at the plate by Denver.
Home plate umpire having a few words with Denver Nell. Second baseman for Cedartown. Heads back to his position behind the catcher.
Now we're ready to go. The 1-2, fouled back, might have swung at ball 2. Count stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. We might also mention that Millsap is a lefty. Bulldogs early on in the season at least had some trouble with left-handed pitching, but here of late have been a bit better. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled to the right side. That'll be well out of play. Some kids playing in the patio area between the baseball fields will get a souvenir. A souvenir that they will throw back in because they have to use every baseball they can. That one bounced up there, 2-2 the count. On the next pitch to Denver Nell, and it's a 2-2 count now to the Bulldogs' second baseman. Millsap delivers a 2-2. Taken high, ball 3, 3-2 the count. Dogs need base runners, Logan, if they want to get back in this game.
A base hit, ball 4. We'll see what Denver Nell can do here.
Here's the payoff. High and tight, ball 4, and a good at bat there by Denver Nell. Draws the walk, and he'll be at first base with nobody out.
It's a great job to battle there by the second baseman. Got behind 0-2. Good eye, fouled off a couple of balls that were close, maybe a strike. Gets it to a full count, watches ball 4. And now base runner aboard for Zane Barrow. Zane, the senior first baseman, also looking for his first hit today. A strikeout and a flyout.
The pitch to Zane is high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Be a good time for Zane to get his first base hit here, or at least get aboard. The stretch, the 1-0 pitch. Strike called over the outside corner, 1-1.
Good pitch there by the lefty Millsap. 81-mile-per-hour fastball.
Denver Nell, the Bulldogs' second baseman, gets his lead from first base. The 1-1 pitch to Zane. Swung on and missed. Late on the 81-mile-per-hour heater, it's 1-2.
Couldn't catch up to it that time. And now Millsap ahead in this at bat as well. See if Barrow can battle back just as Denver Nell did in the previous at bat.
A 3-run lead for the Canes, 5-2, top of the 6th. The Canes are the home team here. Pitch. Almost hit him inside. 2-2. Zane in the batter's box turned his back to brace for impact. But it did not hit him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Millsap checks the runner at first. The pitch. Swung on and missed on the pitch low and in, and they obviously can't go to first with the first base occupied, one away. So Zane strikes out for the second time today.
On a pitch that was low and inside, almost bounced up there. Senior offers at it, comes up empty. 1 out, and here comes his younger brother, Eli Barrow. Eli 1 for 2 with a double. Got aboard thanks to an error over at third base in the 4th inning.
Breaking ball strike called over the outside corner, 0-1, 67 miles per hour on the curve.
About a 15, 16 mile per hour difference between his fastball and his off-speed stuff.
The stretch, now a stop. Look the runner back to first. You mentioned the double by Eli Barrow. He is one of only 3 Bulldog hits, the other 2 coming from Dylan Cupp with 2 triples. The 0-1 missed outside, 1-1.
Good job by Eli to hold off that fastball just a little bit further outside, close enough to where somebody might offer at it. Another foul ball comes into the field of play. The third baseman for Cartersville will pick it up and send it into the home dugout. Bulldogs back in action for a doubleheader tomorrow, 1 p.m. taking on the Colonels of Cass High School. 4 p.m. they'll play the Wildcats of Woodland.
Here's the 1-1. Big cut and a miss. It's 1-2.
Couldn't catch up to the heater that time, and Millsaps feels like he's starting to get into a rhythm now. Struggled in that first at bat, got ahead 0-2, then lost him. He's been solid since.
The 1-2 pitch to Eli Barrow about to be made, and here it is. Swing and a miss, second strikeout of the inning for Millsap, and that's out number 2.
Then Vernell got aboard with a leadoff walk. He's had to stay put after 2 quick outs. And Cole Dingler comes up to the plate 0 for 2 with 2 Ks today.
Well, we knew this coming into the game that Cartersville stacked, but they're also stacked with pitching. That fastball missed low and in, 83 miles per hour, 1 ball, no strikes.
Dingler, the freshman DH, batting for the right fielder, Britt Baxter. Essentially the spot where MJ Holiday would be at.
1-0 to Cole. Swung on and fouled back. Might have swung a ball too. I think it's no question. Looks like Xavier Holiday is waiting to bat next. He'll bat for Tony Ware. If we get to his batting position here. There are 2 out. The 1-1 pitch. A high chopper up the middle. Shortstop's going to have to make a good play. He'll shovel it over to second base to get the force. Good play. That'll retire the side. A runner left stranded here in the 6th for the Bulldogs. That's been the story of the day. Runners stranded on. Only 3 hits given up by Cartersville pitching in this game. We head now to the bottom half of the 6th. Cartersville 5, Cedartown 2.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. Amy and I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
New pitcher comes into the game for Cedartown, the second reliever. It's Britt Baxter. He'll come in from right field. The young right-handed pitcher for Cedartown. He'll try to record the final 3 outs here in the 6th inning and send Cedartown back to work in the 7th to see if they can come back. Dogs trail 5-2 as we head to the home half of the 6th. And Baxter continuing his warm-up tosses. We've seen some good performances from him this season. He's a player that we knew coming in was going to be a contributor, and he's had some solid appearances in a relief fashion. Can he do the same against a very talented Cartersville offense? We'll find out this inning.
Well, as you remember toward the beginning of the broadcast, that MJ Holiday is not available because of his injured shoulder, so that's one arm you're not going to have. Of course, Xavier Holiday, his brother, a good pitcher as well. We've seen him a few times this year. You've also got Jack Roper available if you need to use him. Dylan Cupp, of course, you would rather have for a save situation or to close out a game. So I would imagine this is probably Britt Baxter's to finish if he can. And the Canes lead 5-2, and the number 2 batter in the lineup, the DH Hank Smith, will lead things off for Cartersville.
Smith with a strikeout, a pair of groundouts. One of those did drive in a run. He'll try to get aboard for the first time today right here. Smith, McPherson, and Sutton due up in the 6th.
Britt Baxter looks in. The wind, the pitch on the way. That one hit to center field. He'll have to backpedal. He's still backpedaling. It's going to be over his head and all the way to the fence. And he's still trying to pick it up at the fence. That's going to be a stand-up triple for Smith. He'll actually slide in head first. And the Canes have themselves a triple. The Dogs have had a couple of triples today. That's the first triple for Cartersville today, and it comes here in the top of the 6th to lead off the inning.
Yeah, well, wondering if Hank Smith could get aboard for the first time today. A fly ball that just kept flying. And Reese Tanner, I think, misjudged it a bit that time. Something that we haven't seen much of this year from the sophomore. Just kept tailing outward. Actually hits off that tall wall out in center field. Looks like Reese Tanner was running back to get to it and tripped into that wall. Hence the delayed reaction, but either way, it was going to be a triple for Smith off the bat.
And he was playing pretty shallow, too, so he had to backpedal quite a bit. Ball 1 outside to Parker McPherson.
McPherson, the senior first baseman. A single, a sac fly, and a walk today.
1-0 pitch. Missed outside and high. 2-0. Cartersville in a golden opportunity to score another run here. That fastball missed just upstairs. 3-0 right over the plate, but missed the zone, said the blue behind the plate. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4 high inside. And a 4-pitch walk will put runners on first and second. So a triple and a walk, and they're on the corners.
First and third, it's McPherson at first, Smith at third, and Blake Sutton comes up the cleanup batter. A very dangerous situation here for Britt Baxter. Canes on top 5-2 here in the home half of inning number 6. Blake Sutton with a double in the first inning, reached on a fielder's choice in the third, and then struck out swinging in the 4th. He'll try to move the runner over at first base and drive in the runner at third base here with nobody out.
Britt delivers. Missed outside, ball 1. He's missed with 5 straight. Runner's edge away. At the corners here in the bottom of the 6th with nobody out. That one called the outside corner. 1-1.
Cartersville now with double-digit hits, 10 hits in this game for the Canes, 5 runs.
1-1 is hit towards second base. Could be 2, 4, 6, and 3. Got him. The double play will take care of that one. The runner does score. No RBI on the double play. And that'll make it a 6-2 lead for the Canes. But the bases are empty now with 2 out.
Second double play turned by this infield for Cedartown. 4-6-3 in the first inning, 4-6-3 here in the 6th inning. And 2 out now for Jake Brasfield.
May have a pinch hitter here. Cartersville's coach is out there to talk with the home plate umpire.
You're right, they will.
And we shall see who that might be. Looks like it'll be Trey Holstein. So Trey Holstein will pinch hit here with 2 outs and nobody on here in the 6th.
Holstein, the senior right-handed bat, will come up with 2 out and bases empty. 6-2 now, Cartersville on top, home half of inning number 6.
Brett Baxter winds, delivers. Upstairs, ball 1. Cedartown playing 3 games in this Lake Point Battle for Bartow Classic. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't know so much if it's a tournament more than it is like a showcase, because there is no bracket and our teams are set. We're playing all Bartow County teams. 1-1 pitch. Called strike over the inside corner, 1-2. Cass Colonels at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Woodland Wildcats at 4 p.m. The 1-2 pitch. Just missed upstairs, 2-2.
Brassfield with a big single last inning. He came around to score thanks to that hit from McKibben. Other than that, a fly out and a pop out for the right fielder.
The 2-2. Just missed. Everybody on the field was headed toward the dugout, but umpire didn't ring him up, Logan. 3-2.
Yeah, just a little bit further outside, I suppose. It was close.
So now a payoff pitch. Strike 3 called over the inside corner. That's out number 3, and that will retire the side here in the 6th. But the Canes add another run. They've scored 4 in the 4th and 1 in each of the last 2 innings and lead it by a score of 6-2. Last chance for the Bulldogs. We'll come back in a moment. Cedartown High School baseball is here on the Big Double A.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
One of the pillars of a strong community is knowing your neighbors. We believe it's important to know your neighbor. To know that the person down the street selling you your car is the person you'll see grilling with you at the block party. It's important to be a part of a community, and Peach State Ford is proud to be a part of historic Cedartown, Rockmart, and Rome, and even prouder to be rated one of the best in the country in customer service. Nobody knows trucks or people like Peach State Ford.
2076 Rockmart Highway, Cedartown, 866-872-6660. Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Live Wire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Live Wire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Live Wire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
Welcome back as Xavier Holiday will lead things off. Hits a grounder over to third base, and it is in time for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher for the Canes is number 19, Silas Freeman, 6'0" junior, and that one is a ground out there by the pinch hitter, Xavier Holiday. Back to the top of the order now with 1 quick out here. In the top of the 7th. Fastball strike called to Dylan Cupp, 0-1 the count. So a quick ground out to third base. And Dylan Cupp, who's got 2 triples today. 0 away to him, it's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 away. 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 1 ball and 1 The kick and the pitch. Inside corner and did not get the call. It's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Xavier Holiday, the pinch hitter, grounds out to third base to start on his first at-bat, or his first swing. Strike 2 called over the outside corner. It's 2-2. Now the new pitcher, Silas Freeman, trying to strike out arguably the Bulldogs' best hitter. And that one's going to be fouled back and just got a piece of it, 2-2.
Well, today Cup has been that. 2 for 2, 2 triples, 2 runs scored. He's been the biggest part of this offense so far.
You can say that again. 2-2 the count to the sophomore shortstop. The pitch. Low and away, 3-2. Cedartown trails 4 runs, 6-2. And the payoff pitch due to Dylan Cupp. The wind and the pitch from Freeman. Just missed ball 4. Umpire almost decided to ring him up, but he did not. It was a very close pitch, and it'll be a base runner for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 7th with 1 out. Bring up the Bulldogs center fielder, Reese Tanner.
1 out, base on balls. Puts Cup aboard over there at first base, and now let's see what the sophomore Tanner can do.
Fastball inside, the throw down to second, not in time, and Dylan Cupp has the bag swiped. And it's 1 ball, no strikes, the count now to Reese Tanner.
Runner in scoring position now for Tanner. Reese still trying to get his first hit of the day. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning, a ground out in the 3rd inning, an RBI ground out in the 5th inning. 2 runs batted in for Reese.
Reese with a big cut and a miss on the 77-mile-per-hour changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Cade Dingler, the senior, waiting on deck for Cedartown.
Pitch is not a strike. The throw goes to third, and he is safe.
Just another great jump that time by Dylan Cupp.
We mentioned it before in the Pickens series. You know, how many runs has Dylan Cupp manufactured for the Bulldogs this year? And can he do it here? Base hit or a fly ball might do it, or a mistake. The 2-1. Fly ball foul, left side, 2-2. Silas Freeman, the 3rd Cartersville pitcher to throw in this game. Freeman ready, the 2-2 pitch on the way. Hit to left field, and the left fielder comes on, makes a basket catch. The tag to at third and sliding home safely is Dylan Cupp, and that'll be a RBI sacrifice flyout, and it's now 6-3.
So 3 runs scored for Dylan Cupp today, 3 runs batted in for Reese Tanner. Pretty consistent offense in the 1 and 2 holes for Cedartown. It's just been the 3 through 9 hitters that have not been able to get much going in this game.
Still only 3 hits for the Bulldogs today. 3 runs on 3 hits. Cartersville has 10 hits and 6 runs. There's a off-speed pitch called a strike. Nothing to 1 the count now to Cade Dingler.
Those 3 hits, 2 of them coming from Cupp, 2 triples, and then the double from Eli Barrow in the 2nd inning.
And that has been it. The 0-1 pitch. Hit to shortstop, 2 hops. He'll field and throw, and got him, and that's the ball game. Cedartown falls to the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes here at Lake Point, 6-3 the final score. We'll come back in 60 seconds to wrap this one up. Cedartown High School baseball is here on the Big Double A, 106.1 FM, AM 1340. Facebook Live, YouTube, and the NFHS Network.
Bradford's Drugstore on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drugstore, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs. Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
We're back. The final score, Cedartown falls 6-3 to the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes. 6 runs on 10 hits for the Canes. We checked with the official score for the Cedartown Bulldogs on their game changer. It's 3 runs on 4 hits, so give Eli Barrow 2 hits and give Dylan Cupp a couple of hits. But the Bulldogs only able to muster up 3 runs. You look at the scoreboard, 6-3. You would think Cartersville would have beat Cedartown by a lot more than they did. But the Bulldogs were able to end a few threats for the Canes. But the trouble came, Logan, when the Bulldogs started walking batters, and the Canes made the Bulldogs pay for it.
Well, you look at that bottom of the 4th inning, wasn't it? 4 runs come across. If you don't have that, Cedartown may win this game. But nonetheless, entertaining game between these two rivals from bordering counties. It's always fun when you get Cartersville and Cedartown going at it. And Bulldogs with a couple more Bartow battles tomorrow. They'll take on Cass at 1 p.m. and Woodland at 4 p.m.
So we look forward to that. We hope you'll join us for those games as well. A doubleheader back here at Lake Point tomorrow, and we'll be sure to join us for all the action. I want to thank you for joining us today. For Logan Maddox, I'm Andrew Carter. Remember, when the Bulldogs play, you'll hear them here on the Big Double A, Facebook Live, YouTube, and the NFHS Network. We'll see you tomorrow, Bulldog fans. Thanks for joining us.
W291 TS Cedartown.